Versions of those browser engines have been customized to run on small devices such as tablets, e-readers, netbooks, PDAs, and smartphones, and they follow known rules when laying out web pages for smaller viewports. Microsoft Internet Explorer uses the Trident engine, Firefox uses the Gecko engine, Opera uses the Presto engine, and Apple's Safari and Google's Chrome use the WebKit engine. Smartphones use various operating systems: Android, iPhone OS, Linux, Mimo, Palm Web OS, RIM's BlackBerry, Symbian OS, and Windows CE, with the most widely used being Symbian OS on handsets and devices manufactured by BenQ, Fujitsu, LG, Mitsubishi, Motorola, Nokia, Samsung, Sharp, and Sony Ericsson. To deal with the multiplicity of viewport sizes in the small device world, the Android OS allows programmers to write one application that flexibly covers all display sizes by using virtual density-independent pixels. The density-independent pixel is equivalent to one physical pixel on a 160 dpi screen, the baseline density assumed by the platform, while HTML and CSS do not provide for device independence. If you expect that your project will be widely viewed on small devices, consider designing at 960 pixels to allow the device's browser the most flexibility. You should keep in mind that input events on small devices are different from the clicks and drags of a computer with mouse or touchpad. The double tap makes the browser zoom in and center on a document. A touch and hold will display an information bubble. The drag will move the viewport or pan. A flick will scroll up or down, and a pinch open or pinch closed will zoom in or out. There are no mouse over events without a mouse. Nibbling. The principle you must always keep in mind when designing and making multimedia elements for the web and particularly for handheld devices should be called nibbling. At a serious metal working supply store you can buy a power tool called a nibbler. It devours the edges of sheet metal in an ear-damaging staccato of rapid tiny bites. You must apply this concept, for example, to the elegant matte logo you created in Photoshop when you trim it from 24 to 8 to 4-bit color depth and resize it from 96 pixels square to 64 pixels square and create a transparent PNG file. Nibble the audio clip of your client's theme song from 44.1 kHz to 11 kHz, and see if it's acceptable at an 8-bit sample size. Text as HTML is cheap. Nibble your page design and throw away the pretty shadowed GIF graphic headers and image maps. Recreate your text in HTML headers or emphasize text, and try coloring it. Put on your protective headgear. This compromising work is painful for you as the creator, and start nibbling, while constantly seeking a balance between quality and the patience of a user who is downloading your material at 56 kbps from home. Every choice you make should be tempered by bandwidth worry. Text for the web. In addition to variations in the size of the viewport, viewers of your website may not be displaying the same preferred font that you use to design your page, because user preferences in the browser may alter the way text in your document looks and flows. To make the best of this uncertainty, many developers design their documents in Times Roman for the proportional serif font, Verdana for proportional sans serif, and Courier as the monospaced font. These fonts readily move across platforms and are the default fonts users typically see if they do not set their own preferences. Although you can specify a font, and even alternate fonts, using CSS, browsers can only use a specified font if that font is installed on the end user's computer. Making columns of text. The most powerful feature of HTML may be found in the table tag. Study this tag and its attributes. Here, you'll see how to organize your text into 2 columns, so it displays more like a newspaper or a magazine, using a table.
Created using part2.